I'm actually going to tell you a secret now that people have talked about for years and years and years. When you see four rock stars in a cubicle together in the toilets, and people have always wondered what they're doing, they're actually playing a game called Rockstar Poses, which is where you all shut your eyes and count to 3. And when you open them again, you've got to be in your most heavy metal position that you can think of. And I've been in many a cubicle with many a star and played this game lots and lots. And I can't tell you the best position I've ever seen, but you know, I think that one always works for me. Circle of rock. You also get a chance to meet a lot of people who are readily famous before you in this business. One of such people being Brian May from Queen, Clogs, Hair, you know the one I mean. He was playing this gig with him at Wembley Arena, and it was called Night of 1,000 Guitars, and then in brackets, and 2,000 Tossers. And Brian were doing this guitar solo, and we'd been on early, you know, because we were up and coming at that time. And we'd gone on early, and so we'd been in the bar, like you do, and from the bar to the toilets to play the cubicle game, Rockstar Poses. And we came out of the toilets, and Brian had been doing his bit on the left-hand side, if that's your left, the left-hand side of the stage. And for special effects, he'd run along the back of the stage and appear on the right-hand side of the stage, still playing the guitar solo all the time. But he didn't reckon on Shutty coming out of the toilets halfway between the left and the right-hand side of the stage. So with all his security entourage, he ran into Shutty, our shaven-headed drummer, who proceeded to shake his hand while he was trying to play this guitar solo and ask him, what you doing, Brian? What you doing? Sleeping. And anyway, Brian was trying to play this guitar solo, and you could just faintly hear Shutty's voice coming through his pickups as he explained that he had to get to the other side of the stage to carry on. But he's a very polite man, so he wasn't too bothered about it. And a week later, I saw him out in a shopping he was in Kensington, so I said, "All right, Brian, how are you doing?" And he kept his head down and he went, like that. And I says, "Oh, it's all right, sorry, you must get hassled all the time, forget it." And he looked up and realised that he remembered me from the week before, and he went, "I'm really sorry, Tony, I'm really sorry." I said, "Don't worry about it, you know, it's Christmas, you've got a lot on your mind and that lot, getting stuff for folk." And he followed me out of this shop, and he wouldn't stop following me and apologising. And I never thought, when I was a child, stood with my Slazenger guitar in front of the mirror, miming to Queen, that I'd ever stand in Kensington High Street and shout, "Brian, just leave it. Leave it, Brian. Please, I accept your apology." Right, as everybody probably knows, Terrorvision, you can tell by the name, we're a rock band, you know, but we're not adverse to a bit of dancing, as on the Tequila video. You know, we know how to cut a rug or whatever they call it. And since that, we've had lots of dancing lessons off people at clubs and stuff like that afterwards. And I learnt one the other day, and the formula to it is quite easy to remember. So if you're ever stuck for some dance moves, Kez, out of the sport band Lee Feeder, found that stirring the pot of rock works for him. But the new one is a full dance routine which starts with driving, crash, stacking shelves, big box, little box, fishy, fishy cardboard.